Teachers, what's the most insane thing a parent has done to you? This one dad first tried to bribe me, and then tried to fight me. I'd say about every other year, I get some feedback from parents or students to change a grade. Last June took the cake. I had a student named Preston who did pretty well when he actually did the work. Unfortunately, this was incredibly rare for him. Preston was late every day, had an attitude, and was your usual troublemaker. This class was one he needed to graduate. I called him up several times over the semester to discuss his grade, but these discussions were generally ignored. I said, if you do your work from now until spring break, I'll let you make up for the missing work so you can pass with a good grade. Nothing changed. No problems for me. When all was said and done, he had a solid 60.3% going into the final. I told him the final was pass/fail for him. Pretty much any failing mark would drop his grade, and he would not be allowed to graduate. He says, no biggie, I've got it. Well, he didn't quite have it. He scored 39% on the final, and failed. The day after the final, he came in to see me. This is the day before the grade is due. Can I make up some work? Can I do some extra credit? Is there anything I can do? I replied, no, I'm sorry. I gave you several chances to make up for your missing work. You ignored them. I told you it was do or die on the final, and you died. You can talk with your counselor, and you'll more than likely have to do summer school. But I have family coming from out of town. Okay, I need to pass. Well, I feel bad then, because you are not passing. My father is not going to be happy about this. Well, that's a conversation between you and your father. This is the grade you earned, Preston. Preston seemed almost surprised at my response, and asked, you know who my father is, right? Of course I did. Everyone did. Preston's dad was an extremely successful real estate developer. He was one of the richest men in the entire state. This was probably why Preston had such a bad attitude, because everyone had always let him do anything he wanted because of who his dad was. But not me. Preston, your father has nothing to do with your grade in my course. That is the end of the discussion. He left, and about 30 minutes later, the AP in charge of my department was at my door, asking, what's going on with Preston? He failed. Is there anything he can do? No, and to be honest, I don't like being questioned about this. He failed. That's that. I am not questioning you, I just want to know what's going on. I then said, and that is a question. He failed, you can support me or not, but that isn't going to change. This was important because in my state, only teachers are allowed to assign or change grades. He left, and as he was leaving, I said, you know, if he put in half this effort this semester, he would have passed. It bothers me that everyone is coming down to discuss this with me. I've been teaching for 15 years, I kind of know what I am doing. I go off to take care of some paperwork, and return to my room 15 minutes later, and the principal is waiting outside my room. I enter my room and he comes in with me. I close the door, and he says, Preston is failing. His mother is in my office right now. Why won't you let him pass? I say, well, there really isn't anything to talk about. He failed the class. You can review his grades online. I'll be honest with you, I really resent you questioning me about this.